Live, oh. He's finished. He's dead, isn't it? He's dead. He's raw dead, man.
The black leader done it. Who was he? Was he an Afghan or what?
Afghan got stabbed, black leader stabbed him. Afghan or Asian?
They're saying he's Afghan, I don't know.
Yes, fucking black leader, yeah.
You are listening to The Baraka Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, patriots, truth seekers, digital warriors, welcome back to the show once again. Oh man, it's a bloody Tuesday. A lot of you guys are saying it's a bloody moon. Actually, it's bloody Tuesday here in United Kingdom, folks. Brace yourself for an impact. I was live today earlier on, 4 hours ago, and I was reporting to you what was taking place in United Kingdom, and it was like, yeah, people were being stabbed. Multiple people were being stabbed. Multiple people are dead. That was 4 hours ago. And it looks like I have to come back on live stream to report to you the same story. Not to follow up on that, but because somebody else got stabbed somewhere else. This is Great Britain, folks. It is a bloody Tuesday. Brace yourself for an impact. Today's live stream is going to be rather worrying, to say the least. Man, this is becoming a new normal. A lot of people want to say, oh yeah, no, this is just a little incident that took place today. No, actually, this is the new normal. This is the United Kingdom now. This is what we get. And it looks like it won't stop anytime soon. Multiple people stabbed, dead, next to a primary school. It always happens to be close to kids, doesn't it? Always happens to be next to freaking kids. In Birmingham, counter-terror police and the air ambulance are rushing to the scene, and everything is just bloody. I want to show you the video, folks. We couldn't just go live with the videos. We had to go and edit it out and make sure we blur it out, so then we're able to come to you live and direct with the visual evidence that YouTube will allow us to show you. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look pretty, folks. And again, as we starting up on this live, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, again, obviously subscribe and like the stream as well. Usually forget to say that. But we have a lot to cover here. We have a lot to cover, folks. Oh, where do you freaking start, folks? Let's start with Birmingham. So in Birmingham, multiple people stabbed next to a primary school. Next to a freaking primary school, folks. Yes. I know this is not the one that I reported yesterday when it happened in Glasgow. No. This is today, couple hours ago. Multiple people stabbed next to a primary school in Birmingham. Multiple people have been reportedly been stabbed outside a primary school in Birmingham with counter-terror police units and air ambulance on the scene. The incidents occurred on the Bridge Road in Alum Rock area of Birmingham, where a victim is said to have been laying on the street with officers performing CPR. I want to show you the video, folks. It looks really, really bad. This is a video that you're not going to see anywhere else, unless they obviously edit it out properly to be able to publish it out. It is bad. It's not good. It's not freaking good. And here it is. I'm going to show it to you. I have to, I guess. Duh, I can't keep it to myself, can I? So here's the video, folks. This is one of those videos. This is a video that came out. A school is nearby, but watch this video. That was a video that came out from TikTok, and of course it gets more deadly the more we go. The more video I show you, the more horrific it will be. But there was armed police around the area, everywhere. The whole area was circled with armed police officers. The helicopter was in the air, spinning, looking around, because the person who stabbed ran away. But I'll get into that in a second. There's more updates on that side. I'll get to that in a second. But there's more. There's more video. This one is obviously really bad. This is a picture. I think no, this is a video, but it gets even worse the more we go. We had to edit this couple of video out, but the ones that are not really bad, the ones that just show cars around and the stripped car door around, that's fine. But after this, the next one is really, really, really bad. Yeah. Now, viewer discretion advised for this one, for the next one, because it is really horrible to say the least. You can see here, warning, viewer discretion advised, because this is not a video that you show on YouTube. I guess this is not a video that you report on in today's time, because these are happening almost every single day now. So it's like, hey, can we really even report on this? But here's a video, folks. You can see this man kicking up on the floor. He has a knife, and of course he's stabbing him up and he's kicking his head in. And for somebody who has looked at this video, that was not blurred. The video was not blurred when I looked at it. It's not good. It's not a good video. A man is laying down. You can clearly see that he's probably dead. It looked like he was dead. He was not responding. Blood all over the place. And the assailant was still attacking. Still freaking attacking this man. And it's like, what is going on? I want to show you this over video, different angle this time. And this is freaking crazy, bro. This one is, of course, obviously after he killed him, I guess, because he's dead. After he killed him, this it looks like it was a black man. Well, it looks like a black man. He ran away. Apparently, he ran away in some area, in some local residence area. He ran into that apartment complex around there. I'll follow up into this story, but apparently he's been arrested now. But we'll get into that later on. But I want to show you this other video when the police officers arrive, when the ambulance arrive, and they were trying to do CPR on him. I mean, it's freaking insane. The body looked like it was already cold. The man was laying down, unresponsive. He's not responding. And of course, the ambulance is trying. The paramedics are trying their best. They're trying their best. You can just see it's not going anywhere. Watch this, folks. Viewer discretion advised.
The black either done it.
All right, this is the one.
Live, oh.
He's finished?
He's finished. He's dead, innit? He's dead. He's raw dead, man. Live, oh.
See.
He's finished?
He's finished. He's dead, innit? He's dead. He's raw dead, man.
We had to blur everything, but you can see the red. That is blood. Despite all the blurs that we did to make sure this does not, YouTube does not flag it, you can still see the red, and that is freaking blood. And of course, our paramedics tried. They tried their best, but you could just tell. You could just tell he was not going to make it. This is crazy, folks. And this is just one of many attacks that I've reported in the last 48 hours. Yesterday, I told you about the attack in Glasgow. This morning, I told you about 4 attacks that took place last night, including one person dead, a man in his 20s. And hours after the live stream this morning, another attack took place. It's like, what is happening in Great Britain, folks? I don't know about you, but it's kind of scary to see this is the story that dominates the mainstream, the media now. This is the stories. These are the only stories now we can cover. Because everything else is just, distractions. But all important stories is about people dying in the street. That's it. These are the stories that we have. And these are the only story that now happens to dominate the mainstream stories. This is insane, folks. This is crazy. And this is Great Britain. I gotta remind you, folks. Just in case you start thinking maybe this is Afghanistan. No. This is Great Britain, folks. You're seeing here, this is United Kingdom now. It's different. I talk about knife crime all the time, but this is the first one that I've ever seen of a man like this is filmed in 4K. There's some videos I can't even show you, folks, because they are literally, you are seeing a guy stabbing another guy up. The other guy falls on the floor. He still goes and stabs. He makes sure he finishes the job in that sense. While the other guy is not responding anymore, he's lying on the floor. Guess what this guy does? Kicks him in the head multiple times just to make sure he achieves his objective. And all that is being captured on video. Because of course people were driving around. People were driving past and they seen the incidents, they stopped and they started filming and beeping to make sure it stops. Of course you're not going to come outside because you see the other guy having a knife. Maybe you might be next. So guess what you do? You call the police and you're filming. So we have almost the entire situation on video. Crazy. This is Great Britain, folks. This is gonna, a lot of people are saying this is a sleeper cells being activated in Great Britain. To be fair, looking at the amount of attacks that have took place the last 48 hours, it looks that way. It kind of gives me a little indication that it is that way. Maybe this is a sleeper cell being activated. Maybe it is. Because right now it's too many. Too many attacks happening. So many within there's not enough space. Maybe it is. And the crazy thing is, the one thing that kind of strikes me the most is how quickly the public moves on. Is how quickly we happen to just move on. Next day, next story. Move on. Nothing to see here anymore. You got enough information. Move on. That is the scary part. The fact that now we're going to report this. We are all sad. We are all reacting to this. Tomorrow, it's a new day and we move on. It looks like the public in the United Kingdom have been numbed. We are effectively numbed and we feel it's like, hey, what's the point? What's the point reacting to this? That's the way it feels. What is the freaking point reacting to this? Or maybe I should rephrase that to say, how quickly can we move on? That's where we are now. Because we happen to move on super freaking quick. Now, I want to play this video back to you. Of the residents, or maybe I should say the concerned citizens there around the area, capturing this madness unfolding right in their face. While they're recording this, they obviously describe the people who obviously took part in this, meaning the assailant, the the victim. Now listen to this, just listen careful, just in case the mainstream media starts to basically whitewash this. It starts to basically change the narrative. Just listen to how the citizens in the area described the attacker and the victim. Listen to this, folks.
The blackie that done it.
Blackie the done it. Who did?
Who was he? Was he an Afghan or what?
Afghan got stabbed. Blackie that stabbed him. Afghan or Asian?
They're saying he's Afghan. I don't know.
He had to write me down.
Fucking blackie guy, you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. According to the words that you and I probably just heard now, it says that it was a black man, an Afghanistan man. A black man did it. A Afghanistan man got stabbed. That's what I heard. I don't know about you, but that's what I heard. What did you heard? That's what I heard. All right. All right, folks. It's getting crazy out there. But here's some updates. A man has been arrested. He's been arrested. Now they found him. He's arrested now. I don't know if they're gonna release a picture. A 32-year-old man has been arrested. Don't know if they're gonna release their name, if they're gonna release a picture of him. Yeah. Don't know if they're going to release his name or a picture of him, but it is now confirmed that a 32-year-old man has been arrested following this crime, following this bloody scene that we are forced to live in, to witness, to report, to basically be a part of. Nobody signed up for this. It's early on of the month. Oh, God. Freaking hell. This is crazy, folks. Yeah. All right, folks. That is the story. That is the new update. He has been arrested. He ran into residence area, and of course, the police they closed the area down, and they finally got him. He's been arrested. 32-year-old man has been arrested. We don't know his name. They have not released his name. When they do, of course, I'll be here to report it to you. But right now, all we know is that he has been arrested, and that's all I can tell you. That's all I can say to you, because that is what the police have released. Anything else? I don't know. Can't tell you that. I'm not sure. All right, folks. I want to also cover this story. There's a lot of things happening in the Middle East. I don't know if you know, but there's a lot of things happening in the Middle East. A lot of people over there, missiles, and they see, and interceptors launching back to intercept the missiles. That's what's going on in the Middle East. You can tell it's not as peaceful over there. Meaning, Great Britain should be one of the peaceful country, to say the least. Because of course, there's a solar eclipse, whatever you want to call it. Blood moon, whatever it is that you want to celebrate in the air. The stars and stuff. But actually, in the streets of Manchester, the war of Iran and the mullahs, Iran, Israel and stuff, it looks like that chaos has been brought here too. I literally tweeted this 3, 4, 5 days ago. I said, how quickly until we see the war in the Middle East playing on here too as well? Meaning, where we see two individuals who support the groups over there who has different allegiance to any sort of those groups over there fighting in the streets in United Kingdom. And guess what? It took a couple of days, and yes, it's already happening. It happened in London yesterday, where Iranians, pro-IRGC Iranians and pro the monarchists took it out to the street, and of course they started fighting. Now I want to show you what I got hold of here today. This happened in Manchester, where Israelis, well, maybe I should say one Israeli man or one guy who was carrying an Israeli flag, and reports are saying that it was Iranians versus Israelis. I don't know why it was Iran fighting Israel. I don't know. For maybe they're working together. You know, Israel's helping Iranians out. Maybe these are pro-IRGC Iranians. And they were having it out on the street, folks. It's like, what is going on? And it looks like it's going to get worse. Because tomorrow, there's a huge promotion of, there's going to be a big vigil where pro-IRGC members or supporters will come out to cry for Ali Khamenei. That's what's going on in Manchester tomorrow. Not just in Manchester, but it's also being scheduled in Leeds, it's being scheduled in Leicester, it's being scheduled in Birmingham, and also London. People will go out to the street and mourn the supreme leader. It's freaking insane. But here's the chaos that's taking on in the street of Britain, and I think you need to pay attention to this, because it might get worse.
Please on your taser! What's it about? Please on your taser! Walk away now! Everyone, stand fucking still now! Move over there now!
Si, madame, hand damage. Si, oh, see, hand. Nothing else? Oh, nothing
You need to stand back. Well, yeah, he ain't listening to anyone now, is he?
I'm assuming so, yeah.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Chill out. Just chill out. No.
Oh, God. What are you doing here?
Whoa, get the door open. Get the door open. Let's slow down.
Look at this again.
Chill out. Just chill out. No.
Oh, God. Quickly with it, yo. Whoa, get the door open. Get the door open. Slow down. Get down. Get down. I'm going back. Quickly with it, yo. Whoa, get the door open. Get the door open. Slow down. Get down. Get down. I'm going back. We don't stand you back.
Right. I don't know what's going on here, folks. But all I know is that this is going to get worse. It's going to get worse, folks. Just wait for tomorrow. There's a huge protest taking place tomorrow. This one is planned. The video that I just played you right now, it was not planned. It just happened incident. And people just came out. It was a huge, I think it was a flash demonstration that people came out. And of course, this happened. Tomorrow is being planned for days ahead, meaning there's going to be hundreds of people who turn up. The pro-IRGC members will turn up. And of course, I know the pro-monarchists, the Reza Shah Pahlavi will probably turn up too, to obviously counter the demonstration, right? Or counter the visual, right? I pray, I hope it goes well. But let's be realistic here. If it's happening in Birmingham, in Manchester, in London, in Leeds, in Leicester, at the same day, same time, I don't know, folks. I don't know about the successful rate on that. I don't know. I don't know what I can say. I don't think all the place will be peaceful. No. We've seen so much that indicates no. It will not be peaceful. I hope it will be, but yeah. So tomorrow, brace yourself on that. Not just tomorrow, but for the next coming days to come. Because the UK now is involved in, is getting involved in the Israel-Iran-US war. Now, if we get involved, the Islamists will get angry. They will take it to the street, and that's it, folks. That is it. That is freaking it. That's why I think that's why Keir Starmer took so long to making the stance if we're gonna join the war or not. And I think it took so long, not because we don't have the equipment, not because we don't have the infrastructure over there. No, I think it took long because he fears that domestically it's gonna be chaotic. And of course, he's made the decision. The Royal Navy is making moves. And if we join the war, the Islamists will take it out to the street. It's done. And if there's counter protest, and if they clash, and it becomes a normal thing, and it becomes an everyday stuff, well, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy scenes, man. It's gonna be crazy scenes, and I'm sure the indigenous Brits will probably want to just sit and watch. I don't know. I hope nobody gets involved. But if we have pro-Iranians, pro-monarchists here, then we have IRGC over here, then we have the indigenous Brits here, and maybe then we have flipping pro-Palestine people who hate Israel here, then we have the pro-Israeli here. Oh man, oh God. Then the Sudanese will come out because obviously something is happening in their country as well. So the pro-Sudanese here, the whoever is causing the pain in Sudan over here. Bro, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be insane. Wow. I'm just looking at it, I'm just visualizing it. I'm thinking, whoa, that's gonna be insane. It's gonna make the riot in 2024. It's gonna make that look like a piece of cake. All right, folks. We got a lot to cover here. Speaking about the Islamists, there's a party that's gaining a lot of momentum, folks. There's a party that's making Labour rethink their campaigns, rethink their way of going around. And that party goes by the name of the Green Party. I don't know if you've heard of it, but a new poll came out recently showing that this new party is here to compete. This new party, or this new baby Green Party, is here to compete with big boys. I want to show you these polls. They don't look pretty. They look good for them, of course. They look good for the Green Party. But they do not look pretty for the Labour Party. They do not look pretty for Keir Starmer. They do not look pretty for the Conservative, Lib Dems, even Reform. Because the Green Party is gaining momentum. While the right side of politics is fracturing itself to bits. While the right-wing politicians are fighting each other, the Green Party is gaining momentum with new voters, with young voters, and it looks like they're here to compete and play the big boys game. Check out this new poll, folks. Check out this new video.
This bombshell polling is going to upend everyone's political calculations. Look at this. The Greens, for the first time ever, in second place, leapfrogging Labour, now in third place in the aftermath of the Gorton and Denton by-election. This is a Sky News, Times, YouGov weekly voting intention poll. It seems like the Gorton and Denton by-election has given the Greens a wave of publicity to propel them into heights they've never been at before. Every age category under 50 now has the Greens in the lead. Where's this going to leave Labour?
Where's this going to lead Labour? That's the good questions to ask, I have to say. Now, the Green Party, of course, has existed. It's not a new party. It's not a party that came out yesterday or maybe a week before the Gorton and Denton by-election. It's been around, but nobody really seen it as a threat. Like, nobody really sat there and be like, oh, Green is going to be a threat in this general election, or maybe Green will be a threat here. No, they've been a party that exists just like Lib Dems. They've been a party just like many of our parties in the UK politics. They've been around. But they never posed any sort of threat in a sense. They obviously participate in the lovely democracy that we have, but they never really posed a huge threat to break this, this two-party system that we have in the UK. But that changed. That has changed. After that Labour Party, after the Denton and Gorton by-election, everything changed. Because this is the new poll. When you talk about new polls, this is the new poll. And look at it. It leaves the Conservative, it leaves the Labour Party behind. Smokes them all. Now, this is obviously the intention for voters, voting intention. And the Green Party has appealed to a lot of new voters, especially young voters. And of course, he's taking a lot of voters from obviously Labour. They're the big loser here. Because look at where they are. We all know Conservative is the big loser to Reform. And the Green, same story. The Green are the big winners, obviously, to Labour. And of course, they've recruited a new voters, the young voters. The TikTok guys, the TikTok influencers. And look at the polls. And when you look at this, in the past 6 years, the Green basically, they looked like they did not exist. Look at this poll. Look at this graph. They did not exist. They were nowhere to be found. You can see red and blue. You can see the blue and red at the very top. That's obviously the Conservative and Labour. But now, and obviously, there was one party who was trying to get, playing the same game. That was Lib Dems, the SNP at some times. But now, look at that graph, folks. Oh, this is the graph I was talking about. Look at that graph, folks. Do you see the way Reform at the very end here? Can you see Labour still at the top with the red? Can you see where conservative is falling hard. By the way, this is voter intention tracking, so this is not real polling coming out there. This is just intention. For the next couple of years to come, this is how it looks now. Can you see baby blue reform has obviously kind of like started taking over a little bit. Now, a lot of people I've made a lot of accusation that the Green Party of course has been taken over by the Islamists, and to some degree they can obviously that accusation can bear some fruit as well. Can to some degrees that it's warranted, I guess. Now I want to show you this video, right? I want to show you this video that came out. Well, this video was yesterday. Or maybe just the weekend that passed. Where the Islamist counselor, Muffin Ali, we have requested him to come on the show several times. We've had a discussion with him, but he never really appeared on the show. But he had enough time to go to London to march with, of course, the pro-IRGC in London. And he was chanting, the drums were banging, and he was shaking his head. He was, obviously, people were doing people were chanting slogans like death to America, slogans like death to Israel, slogans like death to England. Yes, slogans like death to England. And of course, the deputy leader of the Green Party, Muffin Ali, was seen at the rally in support for the Islamic regime in Iran. By the way, this is the same regime that has chanted so many death to so many countries that we love. Death to America, death to England. It's like, what? Hey, why are you there? But I want to play you this video. Just look at him. His dance. Just watch this video. Tell me, do you feel like this guy is there and is enjoying himself? Or do you feel like he's not part of the group, he's not part of he's not feeling the atmosphere, and he's rejecting it with all force, and he's just standing there hoping these people just walk away so he can get to wherever he's going? Watch this video, folks. There he is. Yeah, so Muffin Ali was seen at that protest enjoying himself, I have to say. Enjoying himself. Hey. Let's give a little attention to the mullahs, I guess. And yeah, you can see there is a lot of people who turned up here are obviously in support of the Green Party. A lot of young people, I have to say. Which is rather worrying, to say the least. But I want to show you another video. Watch this. This is a video or maybe I should say a speech. Hundreds of people rounding together. And it's the Islamic Republic saying what I just told you. Leading a crowd chanting death, death to the United Kingdom. And by the way, this is the man that a lot of people are planning to go outside and mourn tomorrow. And it's taking place in several cities and towns in the United Kingdom. Now listen to this speech. This guy will give you this speech. He's going to say the word and people will be chanting death, death to the United Kingdom. Folks, they're making the big move, folks. Should I replay that so you can see it again? They said death to America, death to England, death to Israel. I think we should replay that for the people in the back, folks. I think the people in the back who are still thinking, hey, Barack, you know, you're sharing something I don't agree with. Listen to this again. So death to America, death to the United Kingdom, death to the monarchic, death to Israel. All right, folks. And this is the same guy who Muffin Ali is going on. I'm not saying he's doing anything, but obviously he was seen at that same protest. And the numbers are saying that this party, the Green Party, is making extraordinary amount of speed. Is building amount of speed, momentum. And it looks like they're here to compete and play with the big boys. They're here to play with the big boys. They're smoking the Labour Party. They're smoking the Conservative. They're leaving them behind. You can see in Gorton and Denton. That was a real example for you to take home. And they are making a stance. And it's time for somebody on the right to start counter that. Crazy, folks. Freaking crazy. Oh, God. Man, we got a lot to cover here today, folks. We got a lot to cover, folks. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, folks. We got a lot of freaking things to cover here. We got a lot of things to cover here. Now, you see, I was talking about the IRGC being embedded into our schools, meaning that they've captured almost every young mind that we have in the country. Or maybe we have a lot of people here who have support, who share a lot of sympathy to Haya Ali Khamenei. I want to show you this speech. Young people, they took it to the street in London. And I'm not even going to read out what they were saying, what they were chanting, but I'm just going to play the video and then you listen to it. This was London. This is the capital. This was London. Listen to this, folks. So let me just read you the first line that they mention. Say it clear, say it loud. Khamenei makes us proud. I'm not joking, folks. I'm not freaking joking, folks. This is true. This is real. This is freaking real, folks. I don't need to joke. It's real. It's happening. They are chanting. Say it loud. Sorry. Say it clear. Say it loud. Khamenei makes us proud. Should I play again? I think I should play again for the people in the back. Maybe they didn't hear this. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with, folks. That is exactly what we're dealing with here, folks. And the Green Party deputy leader was spotted at this exact freaking demonstration while they're making a run to capture the country while everybody is asleep. Well, it looks like everybody's asleep. Look at the. Did you see the results in Gorton and Denton? Yeah, it looks like nobody competed, right? Hannah Spencer just blew it. Landslide, I would say. While the right-wing politicians are fighting each other, They are measuring people's nose. No, I'm playing. That is funny. No, actually, it's not. Looking at the history, it's crazy. They are, everybody's, the right-wing politicians are fighting. Oh, who should be deported first? Who's my favorite immigrant? How many are we going to deport the first year? They are just debating, fighting each other. They can't even align. Although they say the same mission, but they can't even come together. Well, the Green Party is making a run. It's making a run for the gold. And again, really close, folks. You look at the by-election in Gorton and Denton. Well, that was very evident. Looks like a lot of people are supporting them. Now, this is the plan soon. This is happening in Manchester, folks. This is happening not just in Manchester, but everywhere in the country. So 8 o'clock in Greater Manchester, there will be a protest at Friends with Islamic Center in Manchester, where hundreds of young or adult or women and girls and all the lovely people of Great Britain will turn up to cry for this man. This man. The same man that chanted death to the United Kingdom. It's the same man that people who hold the British passport will be turning up to and cry for him. What does that say about the people we have in this country? What does that freaking say? Now watch this guy. Looks like a nice, cool guy, right? Well, listen to his words, folks.
When one Ali dies, 1 million are reborn.
I don't know if I need to explain to you how insane that comment really is. When one Ali Khamenei dies, millions are born. Folks, do you understand how dangerous that is? Do you understand what this man did to the world? And apparently millions now are born. Oh no, I don't know how, bro. What is going on? Am I the only one who think like this is crazy to say? Or if it's true, man, we have a lot of problem in hand here. We gotta deal with this quick. Millions are born. Wow. And now they're holding this vigil. It's happening not just in Manchester. They have a big promotion. It's happening in Birmingham. It's happening in Leeds. It's happening in Leicester. Obviously, of course, it's happening in London. Of course, right? Why would you miss that, right? Not just in the United Kingdom as well. It's happening in the Netherlands. They've also have the same. They have the same freaking. The same poster, just different address, different time, different location, different country, right? It's happening all over the country. By the way, it's also happening in Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria, freaking out. To be fair, I'm not surprised given how many Islamists are in Nigeria. But it's also happening in Nigeria as well. This is insane. This is crazy, folks. This is freaking crazy. This is the problem that we have, and it needs to be dealt with accordingly. Quick. Or there'll be nothing to save here. There'll be freaking nothing to freaking save. Right. I know I talk about a lot of, we talk about a lot of things that impact us physically. Like, hey, danger, watch out. Stabbing in the street, oh, watch out. Birmingham, stabbing, watch out. Glasgow, watch out, you know. Of course, the Middle East is on fire right now. Everybody, Iran is shooting every missile they have left, and Israel is struggling to try combat all of them. A lot of people have been killed. I think probably over 100 people have died in Israel, but they're still figuring out the numbers. So it's very painful over there. People are dying, and buildings are being collapsing and stuff. Drones are being flown. Iron domes are flying back to try to, intercept it. And of course, the Strait of Hormuz has been closed. The market has, of course, reacted to this. We know whenever something bad happens, the market really do react. And whenever it reacts, you and I feel it in our pockets. You and I feel it when we try to take our kids to school. And we try to put some petrol in the car and we're like, hey, actually, why am I paying £5 per litre? You know, why am I paying this much? Well. The conflict in the Middle East, of course, continues. And of course, it has impacted the cost of living crisis here in the United Kingdom. Listen to this, folks. I'm going to show you some articles as well. We're probably going to read you the numbers. It looks like it's not going to stop anytime soon.
A big rise in oil prices and in gas prices in the last 3 days. That is likely to lead to rising energy costs for families this year, isn't it? Independent of what the Chancellor can do today.
Yeah, look, we've seen this before when Russia invaded Ukraine, now with what's going on in the Middle East. And this is why our policy to invest in homegrown renewable energy in the UK is so important, because for as long as we continue to rely on gas and liquid natural gas imports from other parts of the world, we are subject to what happens in those parts of the world and the price of their production and availability on the market. And the sooner we can get to a place where, through British nuclear, through British wind turbines, and all of those types of technologies, we can control the price more effectively locally at home. And that's why we've got to keep doing that work. Inflation's come down, but last autumn, the government, the OBR, said the economy would grow by 1.4% this year. The independent forecasters have revised that down to 1.1% now. We'll hear from the Chancellor today, but slower growth this year means that the cost of living crisis is going to squeeze family budgets throughout 2026, won't it? So growth is, of course, challenging, not just for us, but for other wealthy Western countries. I think we're still one of the fastest growing in the G7, the 7 wealthiest nations within that group. But you're right that what we are focused on predominantly is people's living standards. And that's why where we've been able to take decisions on things like taking some money off of energy bills, freezing bus fare caps, rail tickets, freezing NHS prescriptions, funded childcare, you know, these types of things. We've been doing everything we can as a government to try to lift some of that pressure from people. There has been there's been a glimmer of hope where real wages, so the amount you can buy in the shops for the amount you get in your wages, have started to improve, but that's not enough and we need to go further. And people at home will know that, as I say, international events can affect the prices we pay, and that's why the Prime Minister has said that his work internationally is not just important internationally, but crucial for our domestic security. The Resolutions Foundation say the tax rises this year will outweigh any rising wages for working people. They'll see their living standards fall.
Yeah. So it's not just happening in the Middle East. Maybe a rocket won't hit us, but trust me, your wage won't catch up with you putting the food in your mouth. So you're going to feel the pain as well, folks. Always. The pain will always come, I guess. Always. You don't have to get involved, but you're always going to feel the pain. Brent crude prices increased by 3.2% to £80 or $80 per barrel, while the price of gas surged by 30% on Tuesday after Iran took action to block the Strait of Hormuz. All right, folks. The IRGC spokesperson said told the state TV that he said that ships should not come to this region. They will certainly face serious response from us. That's what Iran says. And guess what? The war that you and I have nothing to do with will, of course, make us feel the pain as well. Always. Will make us feel the freaking pain as well. Always. Shipping through the Strait of Hormuz is crucial to global economy, with about 20% of world oil and gas passing through the pathway. The UK is likely to see higher fuel prices if the cost of oil remains high, according to Alistair Locke, chairman of Motor Fuel Group, the UK's largest independent forecourt operator. Well, it's evidence now. Everything's going to cost a lot. Everything's going to cost a lot. That's the way it's going. And I think like the British public need to be ready for it. We need to be ready for it. Here's a graph. I want to show you this graph just to show you how crucial this is. The Strait of Hormuz, if this thing is closed for a couple months straight. Folks, by the way, the Strait of Hormuz is being closed for what? Couple hours, one day. And look at this. Look at how the market has responded to this. Look at that. Just think about it. Trump just said that the war is promising the war to go on for 4 to 5 weeks. Imagine one day that thing has shut up. Just pew, gone up. That's right. That's right. Imagine 4 weeks straight, 5 weeks straight. And Iran has promised that they're going to go on for as long as possible. Now that China has publicly came out and said, hey, we're on your side. We're going to back you up. And some of our African countries have also come out and saying, hey, Iran, we are with you. We are offering our support. We're going to even give you guys. So Iran is ready to go. And they're shutting it down. And China is going to support it. Well, it's willing to support them, they say. We don't know how that will materialize, but they're willing to support. And within a couple of days, the market has responded. Gas prices in the UK have jumped. Wait for it. Wait for it. 93% since the Iran war started, hitting a 3-year high. Yeah. Watch when you start driving to the gas station and you're paying £10 per liters. That's when it's gonna hurt. That's when it's gonna hurt, folks. War is not good. It's never been good. I don't like it. I don't like war, but I guess every war comes with its consequences, and if it's not bullets, if it's not rocket in your building, it is obviously the price that you pay when you go to shop, the price that you pay when you want to put gas in your car, folks. This is real, folks. It's happening. Yeah, it's gonna get worse at the gas station. It's gonna get worse at the gas station, folks. It's gonna get freaking worse at the gas station. But I want to move on to the next story. Hey, look. There's a guy out there who has an idea. He has a brilliant idea, apparently. He calls his name, he goes by the name Ed Davey. The guy who flies around and the guy who goes out, goes into those flipping comedic clips for his political party. He has an idea. He wants the British expats to pay taxes. Yeah, you're running away to Dubai, aren't you? Pay still. Yeah, you're running away so you can skip this big tax machine that we want to this all these laws and regulations and tax that we have to take your money. You trying to run away? We're gonna find you. We're gonna come for you over there. Even though you're not living here, you should pay as well. Ed Davey is making a statement. Listen to this, folks.
We rightly expect our brave armed forces to protect British citizens around the world in crises like this. But that includes tax exiles like Isabel Oakeshott and washed-up old footballers who mock ordinary people who stay in the UK and pay our taxes here. So as we protect them, does the Prime Minister agree it is only right for tax exiles to start paying taxes to fund our armed forces just like the rest of us do?
Yeah, I know. That is Ed Davey. He wants the British expats to pay taxes as well. Can't get any more greedy, can he? Hey, I know you're not going to be using the police. I know you're not going to be using our service anymore because you're not living in the country. but I still want the money still. It's like, how? Like, why can't you just leave them alone? Hey, expats, hey, Dubai millionaire, I know you're not paying for the NHS because you don't need it. I know you're not paying for the police because you don't freaking need it. I know you're not paying for all the services in the country because you don't freaking need it. You're not in the country. But I still need you to pay more. I still need you to pay. That's the left-wing politics today. You don't use it, you pay it. Now, of course, the mainstream media have debated this. And let's listen to this, folks. This is Good Morning Britain.
Very interesting yesterday. This row kind of blew up in social media and in the Commons as well about the fact that tens of thousands of Brits have moved to places like Dubai, potentially, I can't speak for all the individuals, but to avoid paying tax. And there are questions now about if they need rescuing, if there is a mass evacuation of all of those Brits, should they actually pay for their own evacuation? Because if they're avoiding paying tax, then they're avoiding paying into public services like the government coming to get you when you're in trouble.
This is the question that people are debating now. They are debating whether they should go and save our British men and women who chose to go live somewhere else. It doesn't get ridiculous than that. So all the foreign aid that we give away, all the people that we help who have done nothing to our economy, yeah, they can just get it because we like saving people. All the refugees, all the illegal migrants in the hotel costing us billions of pounds, they can just get it because we are intolerant, we're inclusive, welcoming, and all the good stuff that we like to do for others. But if they hold a British passport and they chose to go somewhere else, and one time in the freaking generation they need our help, they gotta pay. This is the freaking debate the left is having, folks. I'm sorry, I can't entertain this. This is crazy. But listen to LBC. Let's listen to this.
This is why we pay tax, because people want services from their government. They want their government to help them out when they're in a tough spot. That's why we pay tax. That's why we have a welfare state. That's why we have public services. Well, precisely. So if those people want to be rescued, and I actually think we should, I think we have a duty to British citizens if they're in danger. I do. But I would hope that they come back and they realise that this is why we have to pay tax in this country. And especially in a time where there is more global conflict, people expect more from the state. You know, with technology, we expect the state to be faster, quicker, more efficient. We're all going to have to pay more tax. So I would say bring them back and then have a sharp word with them about paying their tax bill, because I don't think it's right that people go to Dubai to dodge tax. I don't think it's right that we have people from Reform and the Conservatives talking down Britain. If we want a state that functions properly, if we want public services, if we want a government that is able to rescue British citizens, then we all need to pay for it.
What do you guys think, folks? Do you think this is an argument that we should have? I don't know. I just think this argument just you know, for the left, it doesn't really work very well for them. Because all the money that they waste on these foreign aid, all the money that they waste on this illegal migrant stuff, all these stuff that they send money to, they didn't pay tax. So it's like, hey, if you're only gonna get it once you've paid into the system, then why do you give money to people who have contributed nothing into the system? How about we have that argument? That's when the left will crumble, folks. But of course, this argument works for them because they do not want to war. They do not want to do all this. They, you know, whatever that the right-wing politicians want, or whatever the country, it's just another way for them to disagree of anything that's going on. One time they'll think this is good if they were in power. Well, they are in power, but you know, it's just all these guys just make random arguments And then they'll go around and still defend helping people who have not contributed enough to the country. And on this side, they're making an argument of everyone who needs help, they need to contribute. It's like, bro, come on, man. If you can't apply it universally, if you can't apply it anywhere, it's not real life. It's propaganda, man. It's a fake narrative of yours. All right, that's all the stories covered here on the Baraka Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to open the phone line. I want to hear from you. What do you think of what we just covered today? All the stuff that we covered. What do you think? What should we do? Britain, Bloody Tuesday. What should we do, folks? So I'm going to open the phone line. The phone line will be open. You can call in and we can have a discussion. We can have a freaking conversation together. The phone line now is open. You can call in and let's freaking talk. Let's talk. All right, the phone line's open, folks. You can call in now. Let's talk about what we just discussed today. All the good stuff that we just covered today. Let's talk about it, folks. All right. I didn't take the phone line. I didn't open up the phone line last live I was on because, of course, I told you guys I was going to come back live today. Well, 4 hours later. So I didn't take any phone calls. But now that I'm live, let's do it. Let's do it. The phone line's open. Call in. If you don't want to call in, you can obviously make a super chat. I'll read it out loud. But if you want to call in, it's free. It's on WhatsApp. The number's on WhatsApp. The number's on. You can call UK. It's a UK number. Or you can call it for free anywhere around the world. Anywhere in the UK too for free on WhatsApp. Cheers. All right. The phone line is open. You can make your call. Let me see. I usually get a lot of missed calls before people make it through. All right, bro. What do you guys think of the stories we covered today? Hello, hi. You made it through to the Baraka Show. How you doing?
I'm alright in the Baraka. It's Ghost.
Man like Ghost. How you doing, bro?
I'm alright. Yeah, man. Bloody Tuesday. But what is going on, mate? Oh, man. Yeah, but I don't know what to say, man. Like, serious. Like, because I just, like...
Do you see what's going on in Birmingham, bro? Talk to me.
Lad, what happened? There's so much stuff. I'm trying to figure. So what happened in Birmingham? Who passed away?
I don't know. I'm not sure. That's the situation we're in now. We don't even know. We don't even know our neighbors, bro.
Okay. No, ain't the news covering it or anything like that?
Well, they are, but we don't know who's the victim.
Yeah.
But they say 32-year-old man has been arrested, and that's all we know about it. Apart from that, we know people.
Well, is it due to mental issues or something like that, or?
No, bro. Did you not see it, bro? Multiple people got stabbed. So multiple people stabbed next to a primary school in Birmingham. Armed police terror. An ambulance rushed to the scene. We show it on the live stream, which was the videos are very like crazy, bro. If you go on X right now,
I just saw that. Is that by when the guy with the flag, the Israel flag?
No. That was Manchester, the Iranian people.
Oh my God! So what's happening? So Manchester's kicked off, Birmingham is kicked off, London's kicked off.
It's everywhere, bro.
And so what did you just say a while ago? You said that there's going to be a march tomorrow, right?
Yeah, so there's going to be a big march where a lot of pro-IRGC, so the Islamic regime, they will be going and basically they'll be crying and holding a vigil for the guy who was killed, the supreme leader.
Yeah, supreme leader. Well, there was 2 of them that got killed, right? The supreme leader.
Say that again.
There was 2 supreme leaders that got killed, right?
Yeah, so the leadership is more of like a clerics, right? So it's more of Islamic clerics, so,
imams kind of thing.
So the imams, the ones who have never sinned, apparently, the holy ones, and they make decisions. So they're like basically their second god. So they got Allah, then obviously in the real world they got the supreme leader, which is obviously
just like the Pope sort of thing.
It's basically like the Pope, but obviously he's in charge of the state itself.
Okay. Oh my.
He's instead of he was killed, and many other people below him. So his military commanders, most people. As well,
most people. I heard that he's that guy. There, what you said, that his niece passed away as well. I think his niece passed away.
Yeah. So the house that he was in, he was holding a meeting with most of his generals.
Clerks.
And his son was there. I think his granddaughter was there.
Okay, so the whole family was there.
Yeah. Basically, everybody was there.
Okay.
And obviously in the same compound. So when the missile struck,
everyone.
Yeah, everybody done.
Baraka, I don't know, man. It's
Are you crying for him, bro?
No, I'm not crying for him. No. Like, you know what I mean? No, I ain't crying for him. No way. I just think that we just need to. It's just getting out of hand. As I said before in the last show, that there's going to be blood on the streets. As you told me before, where do you see England in the year 2029? It started. It's bloody 26. Bro.
Yeah. It looks like it's gonna be a little bit bloody. Yeah,
and we've only just started. It's not even in the middle of 2026.
Yeah, I know. We're like 2 months.
Just started.
3 months in. 2 months in, I'll say. Yeah, 2 months in.
So we're gonna get a lot of bloody on the streets, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bloody Tuesdays.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday was insane as well. Multiple people. I think you seen yesterday, right?
Yes.
Where 3 people got stabbed yesterday and stuff. So. Yeah. It's
but anyway,
insane,
I'm gonna keep watching the show, make other people phone in, and I probably might ring back again in a couple minutes or so.
Yeah. We're gonna kick rock now. We're just gonna start. So the show is basically, obviously the stories are done. Now we're just gonna interact with the guys. So you can call back in the next couple minutes.
I'll call back in. All right. Cheers.
Cool. Talk to you soon, bro. All right, bye. Yes, bro. I like Ghost, man. I like Ghost. Ghost is a regular caller here now. Sick guy for sure. To say, we just missed another call. But if I missed your call, you can just call back again. All right. If you just call, then you can just call back again. Because obviously, when I'm talking to somebody, I'm not gonna just hang up and pick yours. So just call back again if I missed your call. All right. But shout out to Ghost. Shout out to Ghost, man. So yeah, this is the situation where we're in multiple people stabbed next to a primary school in Birmingham. Yeah, this is the situation that we're in. The armed police officer, helicopter turned up, air ambulance turned up, and everything. The primary school nearby has been placed under lockdown. Yeah, it always happens to be near primary school, right? Always happens to be near freaking primary school, folks. Always happens to be near a primary school, folks. Freaking insane, man. Crazy. Hello, hi. You made it through to the Baraka Show. How you doing?
Hi, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you? We're live right now.
I'm okay. Right, I'm a bit worried about what's going on. I was going to say, can you please tell everybody to stay at home, all the patriots, because I don't think this is going to be good.
You mean what just happened in the last couple hours in Great Britain?
Yeah, like the vigilance tomorrow.
Yeah. It looks like there's gonna be a lot of counter protests. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of people who going down to film. I know. It looks like it might kick off.
Just can you please tell everybody on YouTube there, because you're doing a brilliant job. Can you tell them, please, stay at home? It's not worth it.
It's like you're telling me to stay at home.
No. Can you tell anybody that wants to go and photograph and video and whatever they do, tell them the English patriots to stay at home.
Yeah, true. Hey, folks, you guys are hearing here. Stay at home.
There's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah, it's gonna kick off. It looks like it's gonna kick off. I mean, because if the mullahs take it to the street, and then the patriots are there to film, one agitator, that's it. Everything kicks off.
That's right. They need to stay at home, for God's sake, everybody. Right. You are brilliant, though. You are absolutely brilliant. I'm always watching you. I'm the lady that says that you're the best dressed person on YouTube.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Could you turn down the thing on the back? It's making a lot of noise.
The what in the back? Oh, the telly?
Yeah. It's coming in. I can't even hear you properly because it's making noise.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, just tell everybody to stay at home. It's not worth going. Let them fight amongst themselves because, there's going to be some kicking off.
Yeah, it looks like if everybody turns up, if everybody goes, it's definitely going to kick off. I hope not.
Yeah. I mean, I've just got in from work, so I don't know what's going on. I haven't read anything. I haven't seen anything, but there's been some tests.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of stabbing in Birmingham. There was stabbing in a lot of places. Last night, multiple people got stabbed. One person died last night at 7:00. This morning, a person was stabbed, killed a security guard in flipping, what's that place? In Milton Keynes. And of course, a couple hours later, that 2 people got stabbed in Birmingham. 1 person's dead. So the last couple hours... There's a lot of noise coming from your side. Could you turn that down, please?
Oh, I'll turn it down a little bit, just a moment. Can you hear it now? I can't hear it any more than that. How's that?
Yeah. Could you fully turn it off? Can you just talk on the phone with me?
Okay. It's off now. Is that okay? Is that better?
Yes, thank you. Oh my God, my ears was blowing off because so much noise was coming.
Right.
I couldn't hear you. Yeah.
I think all this upheaval. This is the government's fault. This is the government's fault.
Yeah, they are in control essentially. They should be obviously fixing this, but they're the one that got us in this trouble.
Yeah, they need to stop the borders now, control the borders, because it's just going to get worse.
Yeah, because apparently the people who were stabbed in Birmingham, all of them are migrants. So we having them fighting each other here now.
Yeah, because they're all different, come from different parts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they come from different parts of the country. Yeah,
they're not all from one part of the country, their own countries. But I mean, we shouldn't have to be putting up with this.
Yeah, none of
What's happened to England? What's happened to England? What's happened to Britain? What's happened to all these nations that have let everybody in? This got to stop.
Yeah, this is the question that we have to ask. And it looks like every single day, the question is becoming unanswerable. No answers coming from our leaders. What is Britain now? What is Britain now? Where now they're stabbing. Like, if you look at the stabbing in the last couple of hours, if it's more than 10 for sure.
You can't tell me they're all mentally ill.
Yeah. I think that's what they're gonna blame on. They're gonna say it's mental health. But I don't buy into that. Don't buy into that.
They need to be sent straight back without a trial. Just sent straight back to their country.
Well, with the system that we have here, it's very difficult to do that. You're gonna have to introduce a couple of laws, and you're gonna have to introduce,
It's no good. Couple of laws, it's too late. By the time they introduce the law, it'll be 10 years down the line.
Yeah. And I think it's just about don't let anybody in. Don't let any extremists
Yeah, but
in.
they're already here. They're already here.
Yeah, but the more you bring in, the more chaotic you'll get.
Yes, that's true.
So it's better to just deal with what we have already.
It's really bad, really bad. I mean, I'm not being funny, but if we went to other places, other countries, we wouldn't be able to act like this anywhere else.
Yeah, that's correct.
We'd be arrested.
Say it again?
We'd be arrested.
Yeah,
or even killed.
Yeah, they'll definitely use the law that exists to make sure they clamp down on you. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and what's this going about with two bloody, excuse my language, two blooming knives stabbing people? What's all this going on? If that happens, they should be shot straight away.
Yeah, Scotland
has people in danger.
Yeah, Scotland has introduced laws that if a man comes out with a knife, they should be shot. That they've introduced.
Really? When did that happen?
Yeah, this came out yesterday. Scotland has introduced laws that if somebody comes out, anyone with a knife wielding guys come out, they should be or they can be shot. So that is Scotland. But then again, we have to wait for Britain to see what they do. So if Britain follows suit, then obviously that's good. But if not, then it's
this isn't work. I mean, all this diversity, it hasn't worked. Where's it worked?
Well, it's been implemented badly for sure. Yes, I can agree with that.
You know, when I was a child at school, we had all sorts of races, and we all got on. There wasn't all this. I'm almighty. You've got to obey my laws. You've got to obey my religion. No, we all got on.
Yeah, but now it's more of it's no longer live, let live. It's more of live and make sure everybody lives according to how you live.
Yeah,
which is kind of ridiculous.
Just carry on doing what you're doing. You're absolutely brilliant. I mean, if anybody should be proud of anybody, your mother should be proud of you.
Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
You're in that camp for so many years. I mean, that's true. That is true refugee status. Not what we got now.
Yeah, I appreciate Britain so much. They saved me. They saved my family.
Honestly, what I could see, you were so cute.
Thank you so much, Miss. Thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, you carry on doing the best you can. I know you've just grown in the last few months. I can just see the growth in you.
Oh, really? Wow, that's really good.
Yeah, really. That. You're getting really, really good. Honestly.
Oh, thank you.
Really.
Wow, that means a lot. That means a lot. You've seen me matured along the way.
All right, then I'll let you get on because I'm sure that other people will want to phone up. Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate
you
it.
take care. Take care, yeah?
You too. Thank
take care. And tell everybody, please, it's not worth it. Let them have their...
Yeah, definitely.
They're vigilant. Let them carry on with it. No, it's not worth it.
It's not. Yeah, it's definitely not.
Okay.
It's not.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.
God bless you. Bye. All right, folks. This is... Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for calling. It's kind of nice when somebody says they've noticed that you've grown into. It's nice that people are paying attention to the channel and seeing the change that we make, and it's really nice, really cute, I have to say. Hello, hi. You made it through to the Baraka Show. How you doing? Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right. It's lovely to talk to you, young man. What
Thank
you're
you,
doing
sir.
is amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, miss.
Yes. I've just tuned into your channel recently. I didn't quite get these sort of overall objectives, but in your own way, in your own very courageous way, what you're doing is trying to draw people together.
Correct.
In a way that says that you can all have your voices being heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the mission.
Fantastic. So what's going on in Birmingham today?
So Birmingham, a couple people were stabbed. One has been pronounced dead. He died on the scene. A 32-year-old man has been arrested. And we don't know who was the victim and who was the assailant. But all we know now is that multiple people were stabbed near a primary school in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm. I saw a little bit of the clip, and there was a fellow who was saying, the blackie attacked the Afghani. And that was quite a concern for me. That's sectarianism right there, playing itself out when we start identifying ourselves in that way.
Yeah, exactly. We're no longer a British citizens. It's more like, it's like everybody's here. So it's no longer like, hey, a fellow citizen had done this. It's more like an Afghani did this. But obviously, it's good to give our national, because obviously now we can see where the problems is coming from, so we can kind of like clap down on that and see if there's a root cause on that, or maybe this sort of community does more, or this sort of community does less, and so we can kind of tackle it and address it according to how it needs to be addressed, because not every single community does, behave the same way. So we have to kind of like understand it, so then we can kind of address it hard and get it back into the line, so then we can all be treated as one. But when you see blacks going after Afghanis, you're like, hey, what's going on here? What if Afghanis go after black? What if now Pakistanis go after Bangladeshis? What if this and this? What if the Welsh goes after the Scottish? And it's like, hey, come on now, let's kind of drop it down. But we don't know the motive. The police haven't told us why this happened. But all we know is that near primary school, 2 people were stabbed. One was obviously brutally injured. You can tell from the videos that came out, he was done. He died.
I don't view violent content in any way, or shape or form, but what I think is the aim here is to shock and alarm, to sort of hurt your sense of stability and safety and sort of belonging and sort of social contractual understanding that you have in society. And so these sort of seemingly random acts of violence, to me, they're terrorism. I think it's very dangerous when you start sort of picking and choosing what you refer to as terrorism and what you don't refer to as terrorism. Because if you remember when that fellow from the Caribbean in Peterborough, he stabbed 9 people.
Yeah, correct.
And they refused to refer to it as terrorism because he was a British Caribbean. And now in this instance, they're saying he's black, but he could be African or Tanzanian. I'm Eritrean. He could be from anywhere.
Yeah.
The fact that they're saying he's black and therefore counter-terrorism are coming out because apparently in Afghanistan he's being attacked. For me, it's a double standard. I mean, I sent you some clips over a few days ago, and maybe that gives you a slight sort of understanding what I'm talking about. It's just like when you refer to certain groups as being particularly vulnerable, and this word has to be ejected out, just like safeguarding and mental health, welfare, and all this crap. When you try and sort of put certain folk in a category of being sort of victims or vulnerable or whatnot, you end up sort of insinuating that they're not capable of certain things that they're blatantly more than capable of doing. Now, these are capable of being a terrorist. If you go out and you attack any members of the public, even if it's one single person, even if it's just a jab with a pencil, that is terrorism.
Yeah.
And so we have to have a standard for these things. We can't say, oh, in this instance it's terrorism, in that instance it's not. If it's somebody attacking a general public, people they don't know it is terrorism.
Yeah, correct.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're literally right. I think they pick and choose based on how the public responds. I think whenever the public is rage and anger, they label as a terrorist attack, and this is this is very blatantly when Southport when the Southport attack took place. They didn't label as a terrorist attack until the public reacted.
Yeah.
So when the public started reacting, and of course rightfully so, like people came out in their numbers, and of course I do not condone any violence, but that's when they started labeling it as a terrorist attack. But they was trying to not label as a terrorist attack. So what is a terrorist attack to them then? Is it a terrorist attack when hundreds are killed, or is it a terrorist attack when one member of the public is wrongfully attacked and hurt?
It depends on their voter base, the voter base that they're trying to appeal to. You know, if they're trying to appeal to the sort of Muslim voter base, they're going to make out as though, whatever they're doing is not an act of terrorism, downplay it. And if it's somebody like Tommy Robinson or somebody like that, they're going to sort of catastrophize and make out as though he's like some sort of major sort of terrorist, when he's just somebody who's just airing out his grievances.
Yeah, this is was something that they've used very well to themselves. These laws, that the power that we give them with these new laws that they get, we obviously give them these powers so they can go and attack the bad people, right? Like, hey, go catch the actual terrorists. But actually, when we give these powers, like counterterrorism 2000, that came around after 9/11, right? So after you give them that, now they're able to basically arrest journalists with that power, because now that's what they have. So now we have to also be careful how we give them these powers, because obviously sometimes they can just let something happen so they can get some new stuff that they want.
Thank you.
So
and these blasphemy laws are part of it.
Yeah, so maybe they might let a mosque. They might let. Obviously, I don't wish any harm to the to a Muslim building, but or Muslim people. But let's say they let an attack on Muslims to take place, so then they can get the blasphemy laws and stuff. That might be something that somebody might pull off, because it's a way for them to gain the power.
They've tried it with me. I refer to them, the footage that I sent you, I refer to the police that used to be neo-Nazis, and I call them neo-Nazis, as now Islamists. They're now Islamist police, and they only come running when a Muslim calls. And apparently, I'm being charged now with a hate crime for having said that. So they're always pushing for these blasphemy law things, and it's just taking liberties, really. If you can't integrate, if you don't know how to do integration very well, then just go back to wherever you came from. Simple as. Have respect for the land that has natives, just like your land has natives. Every land has its native population. So you have to go in accordance with their culture and their sort of standards.
Yeah.
Not yours.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. If they are so obsessed with their own culture, then the best thing to do is go where is cherished very much, which is obviously the land where it comes from. You're right with that. But then again, if they don't, then obviously that's selfish, because obviously you're going to somebody else's land and you're trying to to do exactly the same thing. You would complain, rightfully so. So they have the right to complain and say no.
Exactly. So it's the abuse of free speech and the censorship around what can and can't be said is absolutely horrific in this day and age. And they're taking absolute liberties with all of this sort of opportunism that they're engaging in the political sphere. They're thinking, because their vote is so important, that, you know, all institutions ought to be sort of be making concessions for them and putting them on a pedestal. And with regards to what you said about a mosque being attacked, there was a fellow who, or somebody, was attempting to attack a mosque the other day or something. And that the local MP for that particular sort of borough or something, he got a lot of sort of airtime in Parliament. He was condemning Islamist terrorist attacks and attempts against Muslims. But then why do Muslims not condemn it when it's been done to other groups? That's the thing. I don't like the double standards. You know, we should have one platform, one standard, one sort of convention for all of us to follow. And that should come in a form of a social contract that we all have to adhere to. If you can't adhere to it, then just go back to your own home country.
Yeah, you're right to make that as argument, because I think maybe because one might have a lot of a track record of doing way too much than others. So if you were to have them all treated exactly the same, it might not look good for the ones who's doing it the most. And if the guy who's doing it the most has a what should I say? Ooh, I want to say this right. If the other guy has, but you understand. You know,
yeah.
They're not gonna try to do that because, of course, I already know community leaders now make decisions. I don't know who picked these community leaders.
Thank you. That's another issue. Yeah.
So obviously, community leaders wouldn't want what you and I want to obviously flourish, because community leaders would want their way of living to be to be put on the pedestal and be pushed out there. Yeah, to say, you know, I think that's a safe. Yeah, I think that's a safe way to say it online. Yes.
Yeah, that's censorship though. What my voice counts, but yours doesn't. But then you want to say we're all equal. Equal in what sense? We're not equal when you're messing up and you're being called out for it because you're apparently vulnerable or something. You know?
Yeah.
We're only equal when you want to sort of abuse the system.
Oh yeah,
you know?
I think this. I think we're only equal when actually, no, I don't think there's any sort of thing as equal. To be fair, everybody is treated.
I know.
I think everybody has their own.
I got spat at twice. You know the finish I sent you? I got spat at twice. I got attacked. Dude, I've been falsely imprisoned, but no.
What was that video? What video you sent me?
Dude, I can send you the whole catalogue. So have a look at it. But basically, they're now Islamist police, which is what they are. And they can press those charges against people all they like. Malicious prosecution round 3. Let's go. Basically, she spat at me twice. She's said to me she's doing witchcraft against me and all this crap. And the whole system is just dancing to her tune. She's an uneducated, stateless peasant, unwanted by her own Iran, unwanted by Kuwait, Iraq.
All right.
In this society, though.
How about we do this? How about you send me the videos? Let me watch it, and if you want to present it to the viewers, then you can call in the next live stream, and we can present it to the viewers. Is that all right?
I don't want to put you in any sort of problems with the audiences, but yeah, I will send you information.
Send me the video. Let's see if it's video worthy. Yes, let's see if it's a story that you would want it to put it out there, and it's a story that you.
All right, yeah.
All right, cool.
Fantastic, my darling.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Stay safe. Cheers.
Okay, you too. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Great callers we're receiving. Great callers. We got flipping X. So many missed calls. We got 7 missed calls. If you can call back again, the people who just called then, call back. If you can call back again, the people. All right, there you are. Hello, hi. You made it through to the Baraka Show. How you doing?
Hello, mate. How are you?
How you doing? You're live. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I'm watching your show right now. And obviously you mentioned something about Scotland bringing in a law about they're going to be shooting people who bring out knives.
Yeah.
Mate, I don't know where you're getting the information from, but that's absolute trash.
For real?
Yeah. I don't know where that's coming from or who's telling you that, mate. But I'm in Newcastle, right? And I'm telling you now, there's no way this country will bring in that law.
Well, it was reported by GB News. I'm putting on the screen right now.
No, mate, listen, trust us. You're doing your own independent thing on YouTube, yeah? You cannot trust any other mainstream or non-mainstream media for what they're putting out there. There's absolutely... I'll guarantee you 1,000,000% there's no way Scotland, London, any police force in this country will bring in them kind of laws.
Yeah, I know, but if you're looking at the screen while we're talking, you can see that it says the General Secretary of Scottish Police Federation has called for the greater protection for officers facing a growing number of blade attacks.
No, I can see that, mate, but I guarantee you there will not be a single person shot in either Scotland, Wales, Ireland, or the UK because they have got a knife. It will not happen. They will most likely be tasered. We are not America. In America, yes, 100%, they will pull a gun out and they will shoot you dead if you don't comply with their orders. 1,000,000%. But in the UK and the surrounding countries, that's not the way it works.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, I welcome this idea though, but I know it's probably going to be really hard.
I agree with it. The problem is right, if you, in the UK, our country is so used to not having guns. The police don't have guns. You obviously have like the armed police and obviously that kind of unit. But the everyday street walking police officer is very lucky to have a taser in this country. You know,
you're right.
Do you know what I mean? So you've got to think. You come across somebody in the street with a knife. Who's going to be the first on the scene? Do you think it's going to be the armed police or the everyday police officer with nothing?
Yeah, everyday police officer. But they say this is the plan. Let me just read you the plan real quick. So it says here that they will be given the armed to... let me try to find it here. So British police officers do not routinely carry weapons, with only specialist firearm team have guns. But they represent saying that they will give them the guns so they can put it in their cars. I'm trying to find this the way it says that part. Well, yeah, apparently they'll give them guns. They'll have normal working police, you know, the be on the bots, normal police officers who are just patrolling the street. They're gonna have guns. They're gonna have a couple guns or maybe one or two in their cars. So they're not allowed to bring it out unless they are the ones being attacked, and they can, you know, get inside the car, bring it out, and use it. But I doubt anyone would use it because they're probably gonna go to jail for that. To be fair, given all the laws that we have in the UK, that prohibit.
No, I understand what I can see exactly what's on the screen in that area, right? But I'll guarantee you that will never happen. We will not give our everyday police officers guns to hold in their cars just in case that situation arises. It won't happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird because they don't even arrest the people anyway.
Yeah,
so never mind shooting them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. In this country, if you look at every police shooting incident that ever took place, it is immediately investigated. The officers are put on type of leave or desk duty. Police in this country are too scared to actually use force like that because they fear being reprimanded.
Yeah, just look at the Manchester attack, the Manchester airport attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
this is my point, and this is the problem. And another thing with this country, if you look at this country and you look at everybody who's doing the stabbing and everybody who's being stabbed, I don't know the exact percentage, but I would say 80% of the people doing the stabbing to other people is either black on black, black on white. Look at the statistics.
Yeah,
it's there for everybody to see. But everybody is too scared to say these kind of things because, you'll be arrested for saying this or you'll be arrested for saying that. You can't put this online. The problem is with this country, it has lost all sense of direction. The police and the government are more scared of what people are saying than they are of what people are doing.
Well, which is obviously sad because their job is they're meant to protect their people, innit? They're meant to go out there and just protect.
But that's the thing. They're meant to
That's all
protect the people, but they're more
and
concerned
enforce
about
some
going
laws.
and knocking on somebody's door because that person has said something online. Do you know what I mean? And then
which is
they're
kinda
arrested.
nuts, yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, mate. My granddad and everybody who's fought for this country, this UK, right, this country we live in, this supposed great nation, right, everybody who has lost their lives, legs, arms, etc., didn't fight for this country to be the way it is now. My granddad would turn in his grave if he knew he'd fought for what we live in now. This isn't what he fought for.
Yeah, I'm sure all of them will probably agree to that.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing is, right, I'm of fighting age, right? If I got called up to go and fight for this country, I'm not going to swear because obviously I know you're live, but I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be fighting for this country. It's an absolute hole of a place to live.
It's lost
Do
its
you know
way
what I
for
mean?
sure. Yeah, it's lost its way.
Yeah, lost its way. You know what? I grew up in the late 80s, 90s. Nothing was perfect. I had a rough upbringing. People could be trusted. It was a time where you could leave your front door open. Your kids were safe. Your parents knew where you were. Everybody knew everybody in the street. Every neighbour knew everybody. Nowadays, you don't know who's living right next door to you.
That's correct. That's literally what we were saying the last caller. You don't even know your neighbours.
No, but that's it. That's exactly it. I mean, I've lived where I live for 15 years, and I don't know anybody.
It's sad, isn't it? We lost the sense of community, the sense of country.
There is no community anymore.
Nothing.
And the thing is the reason why all these people are going around being stabbed and this, that, and the other, social media, that is one of the biggest influence for people going out and stabbing somebody else because they've had some sort of argument, or this person said this, or this person said that, and it escalates because they're all in these groups and all in these WhatsApp chats and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And it's just like one person's egging them on, and then you've got, and this is what's going on. But then we've got all these immigrants and migrants coming over, and some of the violence that they bring over into this country and then expect to stay here is absolutely horrendous. No wonder women and children are scared to go out and go to the park and walk the street. And our government is allowing this to happen.
Yeah, they are obviously they're in charge. They should be making sure this doesn't happen. But obviously, if it's
100%, yeah,
them, they are the one to blame.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. And that's the thing, though. The government is more concerned about what other people think instead of standing up for its own people. You know what I mean? We've got veterans and God knows what living on the streets of this country. Yet we're more interested. Our government's more interested in giving these migrants and et cetera, getting them in nice hotels and nice flats and houses, but we can't even house our own homeless. People who have fought for this country.
People who basically gave up their life.
Exactly. Well,
who are ready
life,
to give up their life.
everything.
Yeah, who did not experience the normal civilian life that we experienced.
Yeah.
Who came back with so much trauma.
Well, yeah, exactly. You've got all the PTSD. You've got the things that they've seen when they were in war. Some of them have probably lost arms, legs. They've lost family members because obviously they went to war. They've lost wives and
lost
children.
Friends. They built some
exactly.
But we can't even take care of them, which is very sad.
Exactly, and that's what's bad about this country. Nobody, you could go out and you could ask 1,000 people, and you will be very lucky if one of them will say they will stand and fight for this country.
Yeah, I think somebody made a video about that. A lot of people.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't surprise us. It wouldn't surprise us.
About it, asking the local population if they would.
And the thing is now as well, the concerns that this country needs to be thinking about is now that we have America, Israel, Iran, all them at war with each other, you've got the people who then... so you've got like the people who support them are going to retaliate in this country and in every other country as a way of payback for what they've done to their supposed supreme leader.
Yeah, it's going to be like freaking, 7-7, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. But is anybody actually working this out? I mean, look at the fact we've got a stabbing up in Edinburgh yesterday. We've got a stabbing today in Birmingham. It's just going to escalate and escalate because this is the kind of thing that happens. This supreme leader has died, and now every person is going to go, oh, well, I want some sort of revenge for him.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen that during almost every single, the last 30 years, almost every single time, whenever there's something that happens in the Middle East, it always, someone dies in Europe. Someone.
No, exactly. Well, look at what happened with 9/11.
Yeah,
when them planes hit, that was retaliation for everything America done, everything England done, everything everybody done over there. That was their retaliation. That was their payback to us.
So any time could be something in the train somebody might do. I mean,
it's
freaking insane. I don't want to think more and talk about it, but it looks, we gotta confront the truth sometimes.
That is the truth, though. That is how this is. That everybody can see that this is how this plays out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, look at all them.
Go on.
Look at all them poor children that he stabbed. I can't remember. I can't remember, Portsmouth or somewhere.
Yeah, Southport.
Southport. That was it. Look at what he done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And we've got all this to come.
Yeah, with Islamic terror manual in his bedroom and stuff.
Exactly.
So who goes to say that there won't be somebody like him hiding somewhere, ready to be alerted, ready to go? I mean,
this is the thing, isn't it?
Bro, we are in big trouble, folks. I'm telling the viewers right now. No. I don't want to fear mongering them, but we are in trouble. I think you understand. I'm glad
it's not fear mongering. Anybody with a single brain cell who was 40 plus years old can see what this country is going through. And they can see that we are going to pay for any sort of retaliation that we do or don't take part on.
Yeah.
It's going to come back. It's going to come back on us.
It's already happened. I don't know if you know, but there was some clash last night, and I think there will be more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people, a lot of pro-IRGC, a lot of pro-Islamic Republic will be taken to the street to mourn their leader in the UK. It's happening in Birmingham, Manchester. It's happening in So
I totally agree with you. Obviously, what we've got another issue with us. We've got all these migrants coming in. All these migrants are coming in from these places that are at war. How do we not know that they're setting themselves up to retaliate against us?
I mean, do you see what happened to the United States?
They're basically pushing their own armies of migrants into our country, and eventually they're going to take over our country if something isn't done.
Easy.
It's basically an inbuilt army that our government is bringing in without using the brains and thinking, well, hang on, these are coming from all these places that's at war. They could be just basically building their own army quietly, getting into people's countries, and we're allowing them in. So what happens when they're all turn? What happens when they all band together and they all turn on everybody?
Yeah.
What happens then?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
And especially since they are not in one location, they are scattered around the country.
Exactly, they're spread out everywhere. They're literally spread out in all of these hotels. I mean, you think about it. A hotel these days houses anything up to 500 people. Let's say.
Yeah, exactly.
That's 500 hotel rooms with 4 to 5 people in it. That's a small unit of people that could do a lot of damage on our British streets. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And our government is allowing this to happen. They are allowing them in. They are feeding them, giving them money, giving them clothes, giving them phones, laptops, etc., giving them taxis to go and to go to the doctors because they're of ill health. We're basically helping them along for whatever plan they may have going forward. It makes no sense why it honestly is absolutely backwards. And a lot of people don't actually realize what's going on. They really don't.
Yeah, it's insane. Anybody with a normal little brain would know.
Well, exactly. 5 brain cells who can see what's going on, but Keir Starmer and all them haven't got a clue.
Unless you and I don't have the intel that they have, maybe we might be wrong. But
trust me, I've got more brain cells than half of this government put together. just like half of your chat's probably got more brain cells than the entire government.
I agree on that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Keir Starmer is only trying to stay in his post for as long as possible to line his own pockets. He doesn't care about the British public. He just cares about getting as much money out of the government to fill his bank account so he can then disappear and do his own little thing, just like every other leader of this government has ever done.
Crazy how they walk in as working class, they come out as millionaire, just like fucking Tony Blair.
Look what's happening now. If you become an MP between now and 2029, you get £110,000 a year now. So
yeah,
we've got.
Have you noticed how quickly they always fight for the salary all the time?
Exactly. Look at how fast their wages go up, right? But we've got people doing minimum wage jobs who can't even get up to £15-16 an hour, but these are getting 110,000 a year.
I think the last 30 years it used to be like £60,000.
Yeah,
but
that's
now
right.
It's like
yeah.
100 plus. But
exactly, that's what I mean. Every time the government changes hands, or every time somebody comes in, they give themselves a pay upgrade, and it's like it's hitting us. You know what I mean? Starmer doesn't give a toss about this country. He only cares about lining his own pocket for as long as he can until he gets ushered out. Once he's out, he doesn't care because he's made as much money as he possibly can. Once he leaves government, he'll go into doing all these speaker things at colleges. Oh, well, I've done this. And he'll get paid
like Tony Blair.
50 grand.
Yeah, like Tony Blair.
Yeah, exactly. 40, 50 grand for an hour's speech.
Yeah,
that's exactly
Tony
what
Blair
they're
did
doing.
Right.
Exactly. Every one of them MPs that couldn't give a toss about us, where the normal people on normal street work and 9-to-5 jobs, paying with taxes, suffering because they're bringing in all this trouble, and they're sitting there in the £2, £3, £4 million house with security all around them, not worried about nothing. How's that fair?
Yeah, I don't think any of these guys worry that this might happen to their kid.
No, of course they don't, man. How many police officers do you think protect Starmer and all them PMs all the time? You have to understand there has been a few PMs and etc. murdered over the last 15 years, like the stabbing and that. But again, look at all the protection, I guess. I mean, Starmer doesn't leave anywhere without his protection. He's not likely to walk down the street and get stabbed by a foreigner, is he? Let's be honest.
Even Sadiq Khan, he has like 4 or 5 bodyguard on him.
Every
second.
Easily. And then he's got his own little entourage behind him as well.
Yeah, he has multiple security guard.
Yeah, of course, man. But that's what I'm saying.
Security guard protecting his car. That's
that's it. That's exactly it, isn't it? His car gets more protection than the average British Joe.
I'm telling you, bro. The big Range Rover that he likes to ride in.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, I like you, bro. I like you. Keep calling in as well. Good chat, man. Good chat. Thank you so much for calling.
Man, right. It was good to speak to you anyways, mate. I'm going to let you get off because I know you've probably got other people wanting to speak to you and have their piece, but I was glad to get through to you. I just wanted to obviously have my here, so I appreciate that.
It makes a lot of sense. You kind of, you're very glued on, bro. Keep it up. I'm sure you're spreading this knowledge to many other people. Don't keep it to yourself.
Mate, to be honest, I don't think I need to spread it. A lot of people with their own little brains, with their own brain cells and their own eyes, can see what this country is.
You'd be surprised. A lot of people I run into, they're not aware what's going on. They're not aware what's going on. They'll listen to you and think you're insane. They'll think you're insane.
I agree with you.
So I think we need to wake up more people. Because imagine if the public think the way you think, bro. I think it's going to be the greatest awakening.
No, I totally agree with you, mate. I totally agree with you. And good luck with whatever you do and go forward. I'll keep watching the show, mate. I enjoy it.
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks, mate.
My man. Take care.
Bye.
All right, folks. Okay, we're getting another call. That was quick. Hello, hi. You made it through to the Baraka Show. How you doing?
I'm good, it's Ghost again.
Man like Ghost, we're going to make you the last caller. All right, talk to me.
Yeah, that last caller there, he's spot on, man. Well done, man. Yeah, he's right about everything that you said, man. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to ask you something, Barack. When did they ask you to come and fight for England? Would you go and fight?
Yeah, I think I was asked this question by Ben Habib, to be fair. And let me try find this. Let me try find this video instead. Let me play you this video then. Oh God, let's see. We have thousands of video here. Can we really find this one?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find this video. So hold on, folks. Right. So here's was it here? God. Are you still with me?
I'm with you, yeah.
All right, hold on. Give me a second. I think the team moved this thing around. Oh, God. Flipping heck. All right, they messed it around. But give me a second. So let me see this. It was a video with Benabib.
You see, Benabib, where is he? What nationality is he from? Is he a Jew?
No, I think it's Pakistani.
Oh,
He's a legend, isn't he? Do you like him?
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a cool guy.
He's alright. He's alright.
Yeah,
at least he's doing something for the country, stepping up. He's
trying.
Can I swear on your show?
Yeah, but just make sure you're not directing.
No, I'm not gonna swear.
Nah, just make sure you're not directing.
Anyway, I'm saying he's stepping up, Barack. Who, do you know what I mean? At least he's putting off his front foot out. You know what I mean? These guys are just it is. These politicians, they're just scraping up their little money and putting it in their back pocket so that you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of politicians have obviously they work for themselves.
Are we slowing down?
They don't like you. They don't even see us. They don't know us day to day. They don't know you. They don't know my mum. They don't know my sister, my brother. They don't know nothing. But they come on TV talking about we're here to save the children. You ain't saving nothing, mate. All you're doing is saving your pocket.
They wanted to put me from this country. Pakistan may not take me back.
Let me show you this.
Where are they going to send me? I mean, tell me, Baraka.
I think this is it. Let me know if you can hear this. Yeah.
Let me hear it.
Let me play this. Let me know if you can hear it. All right, chat. Let me play this video as well so you guys can see this too. Let me bring it up. Can you guys see this? Obviously, you're on a call. You won't be able to see this.
No.
All right, you guys able to see this, chat? Put some W's in the chat if you can. Let me know if you guys can hear this as well. And also, Ghost, let me know if you can hear it yourself too.
Okay.
So this is me and Benabib, and he asked me the same questions as yourself, but let's play this.
They wanted to put me from this country. Pakistan may not take me back. Yeah. So, where are they going to send me? I mean, tell me, Baraka, are you British? Do you feel British? Would you die for this country?
Yeah, I would die for this country in the sense where if a reasonable war was to happen, of course, I think you would go in the line to defend the nation. Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, that's the test. Would you lay down your life for this country?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. And but the crazy thing is, you and I.
They wanted to put me from this country. Pakistan may not take me back. Yeah. So, where are they going to send me?
All right, what do you think? All right, just answer the question.
True. Yeah. You answered your question. I agree. Yeah. You answered it right. Yeah, truthfully.
That's the answer I was asked by Barry.
Yeah.
If a reasonable
ball, I put my life.
Yeah, if a reasonable ball was to happen, of course I wouldn't fight this war with the thing that's happening right now. That is
nah, this is a money thing and money grab thing. It's a money grab.
But if a reasonable war, meaning Putin was coming, like I'm talking, Putin is ready to go. Kim Jong-un is ready to come in. They're coming for Britain. Yeah, not coming
I'm pulling up my socks.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up my socks, tying up my shoelaces. I'm out there, mate. Yeah, on the front line, straightforward, head first.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Not Zelensky, not fighting for Zelensky, no, fighting for Britain. If Putin was to actually come for real. But when it's something else like thousands of miles away, I'm sorry. No.
I'm sorry,
It has nothing to do with Britain, so of course.
No.
Why should we lose men and women for something that has nothing to do with us? That's your answer, bro. I'll put that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's satisfying me. Yeah. You're too. Yeah. It's in your blood, man, Barack. It's in your blood.
That's right, man. Ghost, you're really cool, bro. I wanna see you one time.
I just want to say shout out to the chat and shout out to all the supporters for Baraka. Much love of everyone, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep coming here, spreading the live, spreading the love, and just keep pushing on, man. We need to save Britain, and importantly, the women and the children need to get protected. That's why I always tell my sister, like sometimes when she's going out, I tell her, listen, make sure you have something in your bag, something sharp or something loud. I know I shouldn't say that, but
something sharp or something loud. Oh God!
You know.
All right. Just for the people who do not understand what is sharp and what is loud, just
you know. So yeah,
you gotta take something loud, man. You gotta make sure you make noise with it.
yeah. You gotta make, yeah. You know, it's all up here because these
God.
people are coming into these countries and because they know that England's a gold mine. Where in their country they can't go out and do certain things to women and children, but they know that they come to this country where there's all security, so they can go and do certain things and run behind it. Remember, they're coming in different names. So you don't know if this might be this person. That's not that person's name. They're using their cousins or their brother's names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, stop the borders. Stop the borders.
That's right. I think you're absolutely right. Some of these guys maybe have been in prison. Maybe they have no chance in their country.
But most of these they've killed like 3-4 people in their country. We don't know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Barack.
We'll never know.
And check this out. Their criminal record from their country is a different clean record from when they come over here. You know.
Oh yeah,
we don't see their past.
Yeah, we never know who they are. They obviously even their names could be different.
Even their name could be. We don't know. That's why it's a free for all these immigrants coming to these Western worlds. It's a gold mine for them. You get what I'm trying to say?
It's like being born again.
Yeah, and they got
new name, new age, new everything new.
And you're telling them to leave, and they don't want to leave. They want to fight you. If we start bringing in these people into our countries, they are not going to leave. They're going to fight us to leave our own country, which doesn't make no sense.
No, it's crazy because it's not about them fighting you. I mean, you're going to get some over British indigenous people fighting you for calling them to go out. You know, you're going to get a lot of...
Yeah, you're going to get these English people saying, oh, they come over. And these people now, they're part of the system as well.
Yeah,
they are
some
part
English
of the
people,
divide and
some English people will fight you for calling them to, for calling for them to be deported. But you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I hope everything goes smooth in the next coming years to come. But the way it looks right now, man.
Yes.
It's gonna be insane. Given what we've seen today.
And check this out. The children are watching, Barack. The children are watching. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And it's bad for the children to watch because they are the next up and coming people, individuals in our world that's going to take our society to a higher level. So if we keep doing this, what's going to happen in 10, 15, 20 years? Do you know what I'm saying? These children are going to see violence, and it's only going to be violence that they're going to be pursuing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Bro, you've hit the money there, bro. That is correct. If they see violence, guess what? They think this is going to be like a tribal, violent country. Which they're just gonna adopt and they're going to keep fighting too. Oh man,
you're right. They're going to use. Correct. They're going to use violence for truth. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Which is not the case.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. No, bro. Nobody has ever said that. To be fair, you're actually right. This is what they're growing up in, and this will be normal for them.
Yes,
seeing people being stabbed in school, a dance class, it will be normal for them.
To sort out the situation instead of going to the teacher and telling the teacher or my mom or my dad, or a parent or a carer that cares for them. Do you get what I'm trying to say? They will just go to violence to sort it out because that's what they grew up on watching. Do you get what I'm saying?
You're right, bro. You're right. This is correct, man. Damn.
Yeah, man, Barack, man.
Man like ghost.
Yeah. Well, am I the last caller? If I'm the last caller. So okay, if I'm the last caller, if I'm the last caller, shout out to the chat, shout out to all the people that's called in. Much love. Yeah. And we'll till we see again, man. Next time on the Barack Show, definitely. 100.
Do you want to end the live or what? Do you want to end it live?
What would you want me to say?
Do you know how we end the live?
I don't know. You tell me how you end the live.
So we wrap up by reminding the people what we covered.
Yes.
And the message, you got to send the message home so people can take home with. So what would be your message? So if I was to do it today, let me just give you an example. So if I was to end this live right now, As you already know, the slogan for this live is Bloody Tuesday. Oh, it's been very Bloody Tuesday, right? That's the slogan for today.
Yeah.
And the message will be for them to stay safe, to be vigilant, and to reignite the sense of community back in the country, because of course we've lost that now since stabbing is becoming the norm, and that's not something what community people do. So that would be the way I would end the live. That would be my message, and obviously I'll do my oral farming with it, and you know how it goes. Do you want to end it, or should I just end it?
You just end it, man.
I should end it. All right.
Yeah, you should end it.
Let's do it, bro. Well, thank you so much for calling. So you can just check in from the ground. I'll just end the live stream right now. But thank you so much, Ghost. Sick guy.
No, thank you.
Appreciate you, bro.
Right, bless. Thank you. You too. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye. Hold on, folks. Before we end this, I'm getting a couple of messages here. What is this? Chat with me on that. Don't know if they want to come on or. Okay, I feel like I want to take this. This is an outside phone call. This is not in Britain. I want to hear what they say before we end it. 2 seconds, folks. Hold on. 2 seconds before we end this. Hello, hi. You made it through to the Baraka Show. How you doing? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, hi. It's Baraka. How you doing? We're live.
I'm good, brother. I got a...
Hello?
Yeah, I'm going to put my headphones on.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, man. I'm from the U.S. I've been checking your show for quite some time now.
Oh, you're from the U.S. Talk to me. How you doing?
Yeah, man. 20 years in New York City, so all over Europe, Africa,
sick.
Australia. Big DJ, I travel music stuff, but...
Oh, great stuff, bro. Great stuff, man. What's your thoughts? How's America like right now? What's the atmosphere over there?
Well, America is mixed because half the people feel this way and half the people feel another way. But honestly, I think people are very uninformed over here and very, I can just say, ignorant. They believe what they see on television and don't check the facts.
Yeah, I think you guys are very divisive in your politics. You guys are super like, but then again, you got laws and constitutions that still bind you guys together, where the country comes first, which is kind of cool.
Yes, they have their prejudices here, but I tell everyone that the way I grew up, despite the hard system that we live under, and as well in the UK, the system we grew up in, we are big and strong now, grown adults, able to do what we need to do. It is very important to keep these systems in place and try to correct the ills that we have.
Correct.
To let another group come in, to me, it is not so much what you look like or it's no prejudice involved. It's just that I don't like the ideology of people coming in and mandating the fact that you must believe what they believe.
Oh, yeah. Don't like that.
Yeah, this is a problem, especially if they're willing to unalive you because you don't believe what they believe.
Yeah, it's nuts, right?
Yeah, it's nuts. So it's like I see the UK and I understand, over there you guys don't have what we have here to protect ourselves.
Oh, yeah. We can't even carry pepper spray, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's just so mad. I mean,
I know.
Right? I see the axe yielding, axe wielding young girl. She had an axe and a long blade because the guy was trying to do something to her.
Yeah, that was in Scotland last year. Yes, I remember that very well. Yes, correct.
Yeah, I totally respect the young girl. If she was my daughter, I would say, that's right. Now we have to go find this piece of crap and deal with them. But I mean, I fear for the 250,000 women in the UK that are assaulted sexually now per year versus 2,500 just a few years ago.
I think the number has probably gone higher than that. To be fair, just women. Or is that just women? Is that including women and children and
God,
men
I
as
hope
well?
not children.
You hope not? Well, you'd be surprised what goes on here, folks.
Well, yeah, I hear about the grooming gangs, and it's just impossible. I mean, I really think it's impossible to believe. I really think it is. See, people must understand private central banks. You know, once people start to understand private central banks, like in America, we have the Federal Reserve Bank.
That's right.
It's like, you know, slavery ended in America in the 1880s.
Right.
But in the 1913, that year, they slap a number on you with 9 digits.
Right.
It's a continuation.
Is that when you guys start paying all these?
Yes, the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve Bank was. Yeah. The Federal Reserve Bank was established, and all of their ways of dealing with America changed things.
Yeah, the IRF and stuff. But it was promised to be taken away after the war, though. I guess that was a trick.
Yeah, and also people who made over. Yeah, that was a trick. People who made over $50,000 filed their taxes. No one else had to. Now everyone has to, and these corporations have bowed down.
Yeah,
and they take our money.
Yeah, nowadays, even if you sell your T-shirt, you have to report it now.
Yeah.
They want every single penny.
Yeah, that's why we have underground markets here where people do things on the underground and we're able to survive. I mean, African Americans here know how to survive. We've been doing it under slavery for 300 years, and then Jim Crow, which is an extension of slavery, but basically you have free will to roam around in some places, but there are rules for you if you are African American. So 400 years of the craziness, we don't look at hard times the same way that maybe some of the European Americans look at the hard times.
Yeah.
Sure.
I kind of understand what you're saying there, but can't really relate. To be fair, as obviously,
it's amazing. I mean,
but I'm sure. But life is still good. You guys got the golden opportunity. I guess the golden age they call it now, and I'm sure. Every one of you guys can still excel.
Yeah, for those who want to educate themselves and really be just to gain knowledge of many things here, you can. But you must understand the Federal Reserve Bank and how this works, because we live in a debt society now. And when you live in a debt society and you see prices going up, this will never
price
stop.
Going up, your pound, your dollars that you had in your bank, becomes nothing. Now, talk to me about this new war. What's the Americans saying about this new war? Do you guys support going in without congressional approval to go in and take out the Ayatollah and potentially stay there for 5 weeks? Trump just mentioned. What's the Americans feeling? Do you guys support it?
Well, a lot of Americans are very ignorant, and they just watch television and they believe what they're told. I mean, if many people knew about Ground News, which is a website, Ground, Ground, Ground News, you can see both sides.
Yeah, correct.
So therefore, you get a better understanding of what's truly going on. But for a country like Iran to get nuclear weapons, it would be a disaster for Europe, and you have people who want to do this jihad thing in charge of nuclear weapons. I mean, that's just not a good recipe for success.
Yeah, definitely agree.
Yeah, but I think in any religion that looks at women as less than dogs is definitely something you don't want in your country. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
on.
I've been to Germany 4 times in the past 2 years.
Mm.
I'm like, man, this is not Deutschland. This is not German for. And the thing is, it's like, to me, really, it's not Germany. It's like Christianity. People better really, really hold on to this and the ways of Christian beliefs, because when it's gone, I'm telling you, the way you grew up in your life is going to be over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, celebrate Christmas. Everyone celebrate Christmas loud and proud, because these traditions are what has kept us together for decades, for so long. I'm not speaking racism. I'm not talking about. I don't focus in on that part, because those are the ills that we must correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, when you have a religion that is jihadist, that wants to infiltrate, that wants to kill, such as the guy in Texas 2 days ago.
Yeah. Insane.
Yeah, you see what he had on his shirt, property of Allah.
I mean, that was jihad. Yeah.
Yeah, jihad. And it's like in America, we can speak about these things without having the police come knock down the door. We can say whatever we want over here. That's why I put up my podcast, Yush Talk, YUSH Talk, TALK. And I put up some podcasts that I created about what's going on in the UK, the Kingsborough school stabbings. I believe so. And just many things that I just cannot believe the UK government is allowing to happen to their citizens. Yeah.
I mean, well, that needs to be changed, right? But yeah, is this your podcast? What is it called? Why You Talks?
Yush. Yush is a Jamaican term, means street talk of the people. YUSHTALK. Yush Talk. I got that from my West Indian brethren in them, It's a song by Supercat, a dancehall artist. Okay. Yush Talk.
And that is on YouTube, right? I'm assuming to search this on YouTube.
Yeah, YUSHTALK. Very simple. It's on YouTube. And,
I mean, so many channels are coming up. I don't know which one. There's a lot of channels that have similar names. Could you send me the link?
The guy screaming into the microphone. Yeah, for sure. I will do that. Yeah.
This is the channel number. So whatever you got that you would like me to cover on the show, you can always email. You can always forward it here on this WhatsApp card. Talk on this WhatsApp channel.
Oh, absolutely.
Sick.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the UK must be very careful, and you guys have to find some way to protect yourselves from this madness, or you will have great trouble in the future. I mean, these people coming there are just indescribable. I mean, they really, really are just scary people, man. It's barbaric, the way some of them think and how they treat the young people there. So I'm very, very afraid of what's going on in Europe. It's not the Europe that it should be.
Yeah.
The bastion of Christianity and the praise for. And it's not so much religion. It's just that one religion is pro-humanity and the other is not.
Yeah, which is a problem, right? How do you suggest we counter that?
Oh, you don't want to know my heavy-handed opinion.
Give me your heavy-handed, man.
People have to go. I'm sorry, you have to go. People have to go.
Millions must go.
Yeah, it's like people over here, they and I have friends that are Latino. But the thing is, if you come here and you're waving a flag of another nation and you say how much you hate the USA, first of all, you have the choice to leave.
That's right.
And yeah, you can leave. And why come here to get the benefits that, so many Native Americans and not the Indian population, Native Indians, that's one group. But then you have the Europeans and the Africans that came here hundreds of years ago to set all this up. And as we correct the problems here and include the Native population, Native Indian population, as we continue to work on that, it must be done. It's not perfect here, but at the same time, we must continue to work on making things better, and we must keep tradition. Because without tradition, once it's gone,
it's gone. A new one comes
once
in.
it's gone. Yeah, and you don't want people that want to come over to siphon off the public trust. They call it the dole over there or something like that.
Yeah, we call it the British pound.
It's called welfare over here, where you get money from the government.
Oh, welfare. We call it benefits. There's so many ways of benefits. It depends which one they're taking. Yeah, but we call it benefits.
Okay. Yeah.
Public. Yeah, you can still call welfare. It's still. I think it's the same term. It's the same thing.
Okay. Well, the thing is, these countries should require you to. I can't just move to Germany. I mean, I'm required to learn the language to a certain degree, and that should be a must.
Yeah, that should be.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you got to be able to communicate in that land. Yeah, you can't just.
How are you going to work and give tax money back to the government so they can keep the streets and the roads clean and the police and. I mean, the police over there, I can't believe how they act. I'm like, oh my God, you can do anything to them.
They've lost their ways, right?
I think the men in Europe are kind of soft. I don't know. They're kind of soft. I mean, and the guys, and the men who hear me say that you guys are soft, the people who are getting upset at what I just said, they're the hard ones. They are the ones who wants to stand up and do something. The people who are sitting back.
But if they get upset with you, then obviously they're still not confronting the problem that still exists in the country. You're the one just stating it out.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm an American and I'm seeing what's going on. Mm-hmm. No one should get upset at me that we're sitting back seeing the lands of Europe being taken over by these jihadists and your people who are low IQ, they don't speak the language, and they're taking money out of the public trust. I mean, this is terrible, you know? So I would definitely rise up and defend all the nations of Europe. It's time to do it. You have to stop sitting back being comfortable.
Yeah, I think comfort has been the problem here. We're too comfortable. We don't want no pain. We don't want to confront something that's very uncomfortable. We don't want to talk about stuff. We don't want to cause any pain to somebody else. But they're causing pain to us.
Exactly. So don't sit back and don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the banks who want to give out more loans with interest paid back to them. That's all they're interested in. The private central banks collecting interest payments from a population that is large, so that they can live comfortable. It's the banks that are funding this type of situation. And also you have groups that don't want to see, they're using the jihadist group to keep down, to persecute a group so that you don't have what happened in Germany.
Yeah, correct.
What happened in Germany during World War II, there's a group here that doesn't want to see that. So they're using the jihadists to destroy the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
No, correct. Bro, you're bang on the money, bro. I think you've been paying attention, man. You've been paying attention. I like that. I like that.
My podcast is serious because
That's right.
I read. Yeah, I read and I study, and then I try to make sure I'm not always comfortable, because that way I will never learn anything or do anything.
Bro, I think comfortability is the one that's killing us, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And we've been boiled.
Yeah, I mean, I go to people's home, I knock on the door, hey, how you doing? I don't text them first. I don't call them. I just show up like when I was a child.
Top G stuff. I like that. No more. I like that, to be fair. You know, this social media stuff has kind of destroyed the sense of communityness. Is removed that. Nowadays, we can put the word on do not disturb, which is like, hey, you never used to be able to do that before. You know, a friend will knock on your door and with his ball, and you have to play. That's how it was.
Yeah.
When I grew up, a friend will come with his ball, and I know it's time to play.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll go and knock on his door with my ball, and it's time to play. But nowadays, we can instantly put the word on mute, and then get busy with scrolling, which we lose the sense of connection. We lose the sense of belonging. Because we never
human
speak to our neighbors.
interaction.
Bro, you're on this, bro. I like this.
Yeah. In my neighborhood, the children, I'm like, no, it's not because we're disenfranchised economically for centuries. But the children in my neighborhood, I mean, I go outside, there's children everywhere playing. And I wish they had more resources like a community center or maybe more recreation areas for them. But the children come out in my neighborhood and they play. Why are they not playing video games or on their tablets or their phones? Maybe because I can't say that they can't afford these things. It's not like that. But it's just that parents here, they're like, go outside and play. That's how I grew up. Go outside and play.
Yeah, go outside.
Get the parents, I heard this, get from up under me when I was a child.
Yeah.
Get from up under me. Stop, you get away from me, you know, and we go in the woods and do all kind of things and ride our bikes through the city, you know. And over here you have a problem with artillery, you know, like now people have a lot of weapons, you know, the youngsters.
Yeah, that's
you
dangerous.
know, but even they know that it's wrong, and a lot of them do it because they're trying to protect themselves from the bad teenagers.
Yeah.
It's not that they're bad; they're trying to protect themselves. But we also need to promote. The government needs to promote programs of having children. That's one thing the Europeans must do. You must have more children, but you need prices to be right for housing and food, transportation, and you also need government support so that these nations don't die out like Japan is doing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The birth rate in the UK is below. I mean, it's shocking to see. We need men and women to be busy again.
Yeah, who wants a baby when you can't even afford to buy a gallon of milk? Look at New York City.
True. Yeah, that one too. I think the government always intervene in people's life, but they never really intervene in a good way.
Because they're controlled by private central banks. And if you go back to the Rothschild family from Austria, Deutschland, Germany, what they set up, these private institutions, these private central banks, what they have set up is basically slavery 2.0. It's the second step because we have nine.
Yeah, it's like we're in this. We can't get out of this now. It's a slow slavery. You're not in the chain, but you gotta keep paying up to stay free.
Yeah, it's a debt society, and until each country, like Germany, had the franc. Oh, when the euro came, everyone lost money. Everything was just destroyed. I remember hearing stories about the franc in Germany. They had their own currency. You must have your own currency and no private central bank in order to survive.
Yeah, but look at all the country that did not want the central bank. You know, all of them got toppled. We might call them dictators, but they didn't want it.
Well, you have bankers that are funding this. They will fund assassins, people to take you out, such as John F. Kennedy and I think it was Madison, who one of the third or fourth president here in the U.S. I mean, they thwarted the overtaking of private central banks. My God, I forget Manuel from that show. What's his name? It's a touring show. Alexander Hamilton. Yeah, Alexander Hamilton.
Oh yeah.
He stopped the private central banks in America many, many times, but in 1913, and you can read it in this book called "The Monster of Jekyll Island." The Monster of Jekyll Island. That book will explain to everyone in the world what a private central bank will do to your country and how they work.
The Monster of Jekyll Island.
The Monster of Jekyll Island. Jekyll Island is an island off the state of Georgia. Here in the South, here in America, we have a state called Georgia, and they have an island out in this it's an island far from the island, and this is where all these bankers met. J.P. Morgan was one of them. You had representatives from the Rothschild. They all met there and came up with this scheme to put a private central bank together. And this is basically they formed a debt society. As to where here in America, I have a card with $3,000 on it. I can buy whatever I want, but I must pay them back within 30 days, or the penalty is 25% of the cost. So if I buy something for $1,000 and I don't pay them in 30 days, now I owe them $1,250. And this is how interest spirals out of control. This is how private central banks become enormously wealthy. And now that we have oligarchs that don't want to pay their employees, this is a problem.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get deep and deep, and I think that's why it's very hard to buy a house now, because obviously the interest rate will just bury you away. I mean, it's extremely difficult.
Yeah, who wants to work until they're 75? You get done paying your house off when you're 62, 63, and because of the interest rate, you must work 10 more years, or they will take your house if you are behind in your payments.
Yeah, exactly.
They will just take everything that you have paid off, and there's a way to get your money back if you've paid into a property and it's been repossessed by the banks. There's a way to get your money back. Most people don't know that here in America. But there are services that if you pay $80,000 into your house and then it's repossessed by the bank, you can get your money back when they sell your home. So it's very and people are ignorant here.
Yeah, makes sense. But let me pick up the next call. I'll talk to you later. But interesting. Send me the link of your podcast. I'll tune into it whenever you're live.
Yes,
maybe whenever you post. I'll tune into it. It's just
I sent it to you.
End there, and I thought I should get you on. But interesting.
Okay, well, I really appreciate you calling me back. I sent you the link, and please send it out to your listeners, and I will continue to focus and put more podcasts up to help save the UK and all of even the whole West Indies, bro, and all the Christians around the world need to be treated right, and we're honorable people, you know. We're not trying to hurt anyone, so it's important that we keep our traditions.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, brother, you have the link. Okay, take care.
Take care, boss. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. All right, bye-bye. Ciao.
All right, folks. I did say I wanted just to pick up. Ghost was meant to be the last caller, but then I received so many missed calls from great man Richie. I thought I should call back, and obviously we're there for 20 minutes. While I was on a call with Richie, we also received. You don't know how many calls we received? Wow. We received 20-something calls. 24 to be correct. And I'm thinking, should I call them? Because, for somebody to call 14 times and one other person to call 8 times, it looks like they have a lot of important stuff to say. So, should we call them back? Should we call them back, folks? Or should we just end the stream? What do you guys think, folks? What do you guys think? End the stream or call them back? End the stream or call them back? What do you guys think? Should end the stream? No? What do you guys say? We should call them back or end the stream? You gotta talk to me here. Call back. Oh God. I knew you guys. You guys. Should we stay on live for very long? People want me to call back. All right. Let's call back then, okay? Let's call them back, all right? Let's call them back. I did not want to accidentally put somebody else's number out. I would really not like that. Breaking news. Poland is now seeking to develop its own nuclear weapons. Oh my God. What the fuck is going on? Breaking news. Poland is now seeking to develop its own nuclear weapon. The rate of development of Poland is unprecedented. This is what happens when you put your own people first, and now they want a nuke. Breaking news, folks. Something for you to sleep on today. People. All right, we're going to call him back. Okay. All right. The people have spoken. You see, we have a democracy on this channel. I don't just dictate everything. We have a democracy. Hello, hi. How you doing? You right? Hello? 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 All right. I don't think they're in the mood anymore. There's no point calling back. Yeah, that's why I don't call people back. I just wait for them to call me, because every time when people call, that means they want to talk. But when you call them back, it's like they've moved on. It's like they're probably somewhere now. They're doing something else. But yeah, should we just look at what's going on in the news right now? I think let's look at what's going on right now in the world. What is happening in the world right now? Let's look at this, folks. Let's look at this. Which social media channel should we go to? I think let's check Daily Mail. Let's see what they're saying. Let me to give you some headlines here. Let's see what. This is not Wilson Churchill we are dealing with. Somebody says. Trump. That is Trump that said. Trump says this is not Wilson Churchill we're dealing with. Trump renews attack on Keir Starmer as he continued to be fuming at Keir Starmer's initiative to block US using British bases to strike Iran. Wow. Keir Starmer is standing on his ground, I guess. What do you guys think of Keir Starmer not allowing US using their bases to strike Iran? Fresh explosion rocks Dubai, Doha, and Abu Dhabi. Oh man, I don't know what's going on there. It's really bad over there. Israel and US flattened assembly of experts building where Iran chooses its next supreme leader. Wow. While they were choosing the supreme leader, the building was flattened. God. Wow, that looks really bad, bro. It looks really bad. I don't think anybody will survive that. So while these guys were choosing the supreme leader, they got flattened. Man. Oh man. Man is stabbed and woman injured in attack outside primary school as armed police arrest a 32-year-old man. Yeah, that's the story that we just spoke about. Daily Mail stories are kind of like they give important stories, but a lot of their stories are very gossipy. I don't like that. I think you guys know I don't like doing gossipy news. It's like, it's a turn off, bro. I want real news. Talk to me about real stuff. I don't want to know about celebrity stuff. I think Daily Mail is fully, it's really just a celebrity type of news outlet, just talking about which celebrity broke up with who's cheating on who. I don't want to know all that. It's not important. It's stupid. Nobody cares who's cheating on who. Tell me the real stuff that affects the world, the country. All right, okay. But that's my opinion. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Should we end this now? I think we should. We've been live for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I think that's enough for today. That is enough for today. All right, let's end this. We're gonna end it with a good music. I trust me. We're gonna end it with a good music. Let me turn this off. All right.
You are listening to The Baraka Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, patriots, truth seekers. As you already know, this is The Baraka Show. It's not a regular show, as you already know. We do something different here. We confront stories that most people are afraid to even talk about. It's been a pleasure spending the last 3 hours with you guys. I know it's not been a very stories that you would want to smile and dance around and talk about it, and you know, because they're stories that the nation needs to know, although they might not be comfortable stories, but it's something that you and I need to talk about. That's why this channel exists, to talk about the uncomfortable stories, the ones that not many people want to even talk about. The ones that you won't see on BBC, Sky News, The Telegraph, but you can only see on The Baraka Show. I want to say thank you for all you guys who have tuned in. It's a huge pleasure. Not just to me, but to the nation, because now you have the information that you need to inform your fellow citizens that Britain is slowly falling. It is a bloody Tuesday. Multiple people being stabbed. That is not a Britain that you want to grow up in. That is not a Britain that you grew up in. That is not a Britain that you want to give to your family, your children. And something needs to be done. Our leaders are out there campaigning, debating about how much money they should be paid for being MPs, while our kids are being butchered, sexually assaulted in the street. And that's why this story exists. Thank you for all of you guys who have tuned in. Without further ado, hand to the head salute. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and of course, stay informed. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You've been silenced for very long, and every time you try to resist the push,
You control your mind for so long to the point where you let them decide what your kids should learn, what gender they will be. And now you've let them to come for the whole nation, destroying what Britain once stood up for. They use this media machine not to report the facts to you, but to tell you what to think and what you should do. Always be careful. They're hiding the facts behind the noise, and they're recruiting pedophiles to tell you how to behave. And these politicians who meant to protect you, they're out there smashing your head on the ground. And no jail time for them. This road we've been on has been very dark for a very long time, and it's time to shine a light on the truth and advocate for justice. We the people make the nation, and if we don't stand up and advocate for justice, then we certainly won't make this nation great again. So we have to create a place for that, a place that can contribute to a more informed society. And that place is Next Frontier Media.